Good morning and welcome to the Sudoku channel. This is Oliver coming to you from Youghal by the Sea in Ireland over here in Europe. And this is part 2 of a two-part. It is sequence number 86 in our series. And we're going back looking at old Sudoku puzzles from the Telegraph Diabolical Sudoku puzzles. And this is number 5606 coming from the 3rd of December 2021. Now part 1, we start looking at it in terms of basic Sudoku solving techniques, and there is a link down below in the comments to part 1, and this is where we finished in part 1. And part 2 then would be the more advanced techniques, because I couldn't go any further in part 1. Now maybe you can do better. Also, have a look at the comments in part 1 and you'll see more than likely other and better solutions than my one, supplied by other contributors. Okay? Anyway, first thing I have to do is just transpose all of this. This is Sven's Sudoku solver. I've just remembered what the other one was. Sven's Sudoku pad is what it's called. This one, I'm not sure what this one is called. So what I can do now is just put in all the possibles. And here we go. So let's try and think as to what we're going to do now. There's quite a lot of binary cells. These are binary cells is where you just have two candidates in a cell. And I know from other people who look at this channel that that's what they start off at and try and find things called Y wings and WXYZ wings and all these type of wings, whereas I just look for chains. Well, the first thing I normally do at this stage is just go through them and make sure that I've highlighted all the pairs. For example, because this can be handy when you're then looking for X-wings. I like to look for X-wings first. So for example, we've got a 4 there, we have a 4 here. Quite a lot of 4s around the place. And over here we have 2 5s. Oh, and up here we have 2 7s. We should go with these 2 7s here nicely. That'll be a nice X-wing. And those 2 4s that I showed you earlier, they also, that 4, this 4 and this 4, that's a nice X-wing where we have the using the bases here as rows, so we get rid of things in the column. This one would also be rows, getting rid of 7s in the columns. I won't get rid of those yet. I'm just wondering if there's anything else there that I can pick out while I'm here. No, let's just get rid of the X-wings first. So this is, there is a link down below for X-wings that you should have a look at. It's in the comments under tutorials. So this is the base. 2 7s here is a base. There's another base here of 2 7s, and they're on the rows, which means you can delete any 7s in the columns, which means we can get rid of that one. And over here we have this one and this one up here. Now, and while we're here, we might as well just do the other one that I saw, which was, where is it now? The 4s. Between here and here, that's the base. And the other base is between here and here, which are rows. So we're going to get rid of the 4s, any other 4s on the columns, which will get rid of that one. And that one there. Now, I'm not sure if that second one does anything, but the first one opens up an intriguing possibility that I don't quite understand, and I'm hoping somebody out there might be able to understand and give a comment and say whether I'm right or wrong. I'm not going to use it to solve the puzzle because I'm not sure of it. But if you look at these 4 cells here, B2, B4, C2 and C4, we have the 1 2 in there, which means if we didn't have the 9 and if we didn't have a 7, we'd have a unique rectangle there which is invalid, not allowed. Which leads me to believe that the solution for this cell could be a 9 and the solution for this cell could be a 7. So either that's a 9 or that's 7, or both of those are a 9 and a 7. However, which way they go, I don't know. Now, if you look at, well, let's see, there is 2 1s there and there's 2 1s here. So they're the only ones that are there. There are no other 1s. That is the end of it. All the other ones have been solved in all the other houses. And one way we could look upon it is, well, we have to decide where the 1 is here and where the 1 is here. but that didn't come to anything. I just went around in circles. Now, if you look at this 2, if that is a 2, then this is not a 1, which means this is a 1, which means that is not a 1, which means this is a 2. So if that's a 2, that's a 2, and which means these two are not 2. And it makes those two into a conjugate pair. And I'm wondering, does that mean we can get rid of the 2 in each of those 2 cells, making this a 1 and this one a 1? So that's my question to yourselves. It's some sort of a unique triangle, and I don't know enough about them, to be honest with you, to be able to say for definite that that would be a 2, or these cannot be 2s. I don't know why I could say that. I could just as easily say this can't be a 1, which would no longer mean that these become conjugate pairs because there'd be no link onto them. I don't know, I'm going around in circles. Now, going back to where we were, that's either a 9 or that's a 7, or that is a 9 and that is a 7. There are solutions. So suppose we started off with this one being a 9 and see where that'll bring us. Well, the only way it goes up or across. If that's a 9, that's not a 9. That is a 9, that's not a 9. Same way as coming from here. If that's a 9, that's not a 9. That is a 4. That is not a 4. That is a 2. And going the other way just brings us onto 9s. But look, that's a 2. Suppose this, if that to be 9, this would have to be not a 2. Or it could be not a 1. Oh, do you know what? If we had made that a 1 and that a 1, this would no longer be a 1. We could start a chain here, finish here, and get rid of that 2 there. What would that do for us? You give us a 6, 9, and there's a 6, 9 at the bottom. Getting rid of a 6, giving us a 5, getting rid of 5s along there, giving us a 2. God, I wonder what that be. Getting rid of that 5 gives us this 5 here. I wonder, is that the solution? But anyway, let's not go into it. I leave. If somebody else can come back to me with that, that would be great. Is there any other way now of getting rid of that 2? We were down here 2, so if we came back the other way, not a 2, it's a 4. Not a 4, it's a 9. If we went back this way, not a 9, it's a 7. Oh, not a 9, it's a 7. Not a 7, it's a 2. That is another chain. So not a 2, 7, not a 7, 9, not a 9, 4, not a 4, 2. And this 2 can be seen by both of them. Okay, that prevents us now from having the dreaded unique rectangle. So that is a start at least. We have, but does it give us anything else? Not really. Ah, what's wrong with you? There's a 2, 7, 2, 7, so that 2 shouldn't be there either. Now, does that give us anything? Well, we now have 2 2s here, 2 1s, 2 7s, 2 4s, 2 9s. We're getting a lot of binaries, not enough of them. Okay, I'll have to go off thinking again. I cannot see anything obvious anywhere. 3 7s. There's a lot of stuff in here, isn't there? And there's a lot of stuff here. And another 3 candidates here. Although I prefer to get rid of one of my binaries. If I could crack one of the binaries, like if that was a 1 and that's a 1, you know, getting rid of this 6. Or if I could get rid of that 2 there by some other means. Well, can that 2 7 go any other way? That 2 would get rid of this one if I could end up there. 2, if not a 2, it's a 7. Not a 7, it's a 1. Not a 1, it's a 2. Oh, that's right. Not a 1, it's a 2. Yeah, what's it? Oh, wait, I was trying to get rid of this one. Oh, I don't know what I'm trying to get rid of now. Wait, that is something. Not a 2, it's a 7. Not a 7, it's a 1. Not a 1, it's a 2. Doesn't get rid of anything though. Ah, but wait a minute. You do it a different way. If that's off, that's on. And remember we showed before that if that's on, that's also on down here by going through the 1s. So if that's off, that's on, and we can get rid of those two. Right? Off, on. So if no 2 there, then there is a 2 here, therefore there's no 1, therefore there is a 1, therefore there's no 1, therefore there's a 2. So it is just a pairs chain, simple pairs chain. All right, so we got rid of those 2 up there, and well, fair dues, but it don't do anything else. Oh, it does. We only have a single 2 here now, so that's the 2 for up there. Okay, and that 2 will get rid of that one, giving us a 7. Maybe this is it. That 7 gets rid of that one, and also gets rid of that one, giving us a 2, which gets rid of this one, giving us a, oh, it gets rid of that one up there as well. So it looks like that's going to be a 1 after all. 2, and that gives us a 7, gets rid of that one. And that's all that one does. The 2 doesn't do anything else. The 1 here, I don't think it does very much. It'll just get rid of that one, and I'll make this one now the 1, which gets rid of that one there, giving us a 7. Keeps us going slightly, but not to any great extent. We have 2 7s there, 2 5s, 2 9s, 3 2s, couple of 4s, 2 6s, couple of 9s, 2 7s here, 2 4s. We've got 2 2s, 2 4s, 2 5s. This way we have a lot of 2s, of 5s, 6. Over here is fairly clean. So up here, over here, and down at the bottom there. There are 3 targets now. Although I suppose really up here is where we should be looking. Wait, do you remember a while ago, wasn't I looking at this 2 and that 2? Saying if I didn't have the 1, wouldn't I be able, and that's it. Yes, I think I have it now. If we start here, we get off, on, off, on. So not a 2, it's a 9, not a 9, it's a 4, not a 4, it's a 2, and it works both ways from there to there, which means we can get rid of that one and this one here. Now let's see if this will keep us going a little bit longer. We now have a pair of 2s here. So we'll start off with this 4 anyway. And see where it brings us. Gets rid of that one. And one down here. And we get that anyway. Do you remember we had a 6 9, 6 9, getting rid of the 6, giving us the 5, getting rid of that one there. And that 5 gets rid of that. And that. We'll take the 2 now. And the 2 should get rid of something up here. It gets rid of that one, which means this is the only 2 left in the house. And that will do a few other things up there as well, but get rid of that one down there. This 2 means this is the 9. Get rid of that one, and that one, meaning that is the 9. But we'll also get rid of this 9 here. So, I thought I got rid of these. Made a mistake. So this is the 9 up here. And I got rid of a 7, which means this is going to be the 7 there. So we get rid of the 9 anyway. 9 there and 9 here. And this is going to be the 7, so I'll get rid of that and that. Now we have a 4, 6, a 4. So that 4, we'll get rid of that 4. And the 6, we'll get rid of that 6 there. And also that one over there. And we're on the pig's back. No, I'm winning the Mecca. The 4 gets rid of nothing else. The 6 gets rid of nothing else. The 5 gets rid of that one. And that one. And we have a 7. We have a 5 over here. And a 2. And a 4. And you know what? As long as I don't make a mistake, I'll be alright. And a 9. Go on a 4. Get rid of that one, giving us a 9. We have a 9 down here, and we have a 5 over there, and we have a 7. I haven't made any mistakes. This will be it, and this will be the 2. Right, that was it. Wasn't that brilliant? It took long enough. Okay, I don't know if anybody can answer that question about the unique rectangle and whether we can get rid of the 2 diagonal 2s and that. If we can, it might have made it a little bit simpler. But it was interesting. An awful lot of messing around though. I am hoping that somebody out there has come up with a neater solution that I can understand. Now that seems to be the hardest thing at the moment, get me to understand them. But thank you all for the solutions that you do give. It certainly gives me food for thought, and I hope it gives the rest of you food for thought. Look, thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you can, and don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and you'll be notified automatically when the next one comes out. And the next one should be coming out on the 16th of the 6th, which is next Friday. So till then, slán.